What's up, everybody? It is the 28th of January, and I know in the last video I made, I said that that would probably be my last trapping video, but I made a couple really unexpected catches. I was literally going out and pulling my set for the year. I mean, it's the 20, like I said, 28th, and we almost have a month left, but I'm just too busy on trying to get this house wrapped up. So I was out pulling sets, and I actually made a couple really unexpected catches, and eventually we went online, checked those sets. But I want to get to the other issue with my channel. I mean, I'm the latest, or maybe not the latest, but one of the latest trapping channels to be demonetized by YouTube. And I mean, crappy thing, I know, but I've been seeing a lot of other channels. I think I just saw Ed Snyder from Kansas Strapline Products not too long ago. He got demonetized. And I'm going to do an appeal. I don't know if anybody else has tried to do an appeal that's been demonetized. If it's just an exercise in futility, I feel that it's going to be, but I'm still going to state my case. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I'd make a nickel off of putting videos on here, but I'll admit that making a couple bucks a month, it helped with the gas and the equipment build and stuff. So that was pretty nice, really. So I'll give it a go, see what happens, you know. I mean, one of those things, you want to say it is what it is, but it's just a bummer situation, I guess. But let's go on the trap line, check a few sets, and then we'll come back here and wrap things up. Good morning, everybody. If you watched my last video with my trapping and my house update, I've been pretty busy with the house. My wife, she hasn't been doing too great. So I've been out today. I was actually just pulling my traps. I haven't caught anything for quite some time. I pulled several traps already. Come down here, and I actually finally caught something. It's been many, many days since I've caught something. I've been just riding around, pretty much taking the dogs out for a walk. But I got another coyote. This is actually a set I had made for a fisher, and it's been sitting here for a long time. For a lot of noisy bugger. But I had this made for a fisher, and at the fisher season I just kept checking it out and stuff, but never did catch anything till today. I thought it was going to be frozen in the ground, but got some really good, really dry peat moss in there, so. Young noisy dog. All right, had this thing set up on a drag. It was pretty much just a bait pile set in that log. I'm gonna get this guy taken care of and finish pulling traps. It makes me want to keep setting traps, but I gotta get my house finished. That's top priority right now. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is almost one of those crazy, unbelievable days. Not because I caught so much fur, but I haven't caught anything for, like I said, I'd have to go back and look, but I just took care of that coyote right down there by this little creek bed. Pull up here, and I have another one. Not another coyote, I believe it's a red fox. So 2 canines in one day, and I haven't caught anything for so long. And I said before that I just thought I was just driving around checking frozen sets, actually. But now I make 2 catches in one day. I haven't rebaited or relured any of these sets. They've just been sitting here for, I don't even know how long. Crazy. This red fox looks like it has mange. I'm actually I just got demonetized for being cruel to animals. If this fox is what I think it is, this is cruel. Not taking care of predator populations. That's what's cruel. Not managing the wildlife. That's what's cruel. Letting things get too crazy, out of control. I'm gonna take care of this guy and keep pulling traps, I guess.
I don't want to now, but dang, he was over at this set. I caught 2 coyotes in this set right here. I can see one of my sticks. He was here walking around here. This is a compass set. I'm gonna stomp around there and hopefully find my trap. I have another trap over there. I see tracks here too. Yeah, something. He was over here. Oh no, this is coyote tracks here. Wasn't that red fox? Not a chance. That's big tracks there. I usually set cable restraints down along this field pretty heavily and catch a few things, but like I said, it's just too busy this year. I gotta wrap it up, get my house done. But if you want to see one of the reasons that we trap animals, just not for the fur harvesting of it, and this is a red fox, and these red fox, their populations can explode really quickly, and these critters are really susceptible to things like mange and distemper and stuff. And this is mange sitting in on this red fox. I just caught this morning, and we're supposed to have some below 0 days coming up, and this thing would have succumbed to the weather more than likely. The hair is just falling off the tail. If you don't know what a mange is, I mean, Google it. This is far more cruel than trapping will ever be. I'm sorry to say. So the cruelest thing that we can do to wildlife is fail to manage it. The populations can explode wildly, and they'll eventually succumb. They'll eat themselves out of prey, and Mother Nature will step in and control the population with things like disease and starvation. This thing would have died a slow death. I'm happy for this critter, really, that I took it out, that I saved it from a slow death, and I may have saved some other red fox around the area from having this spread to them as well. The red fox is really susceptible to mange. So this is one of the reasons. This is cruel. This is a sad thing. And if we don't keep these animals in check, their populations in check, then this stuff happens. It's already, I mean, it's setting in on its face and its head and stuff, and it's just in really bad shape, and it would not have made it through the winter. You can see it's all up here in the flank here. The hair is coming off the flank. That they need their fur to stay warm, and this fur was coming off of this critter. Hope that wasn't too graphic for y'all.
All right, so those catches, I mean, they were really unexpected. I've been checking those sets for, I'm not even sure how long, but I mean, it's been cold and, all right, those 2 catches, I mean, they were really unexpected. I would have bet $1 to a donut that they would have been frozen in. And because we had some wet weather, and we had 10 below 0, I think one morning, maybe even below that, lower than that. It was cold. Oh yeah, and that little wood burner, it's keeping this whole house warm, even in those super cold nights. But I thought I was just checking frozen sets and just taking the dogs out for a walk every morning. But I was pulling sets, and I mean, lo and behold, I make 2 catches back to back in those 2 sets. The coyote, it was pretty weak, and the coyote market is down, so that didn't make it to the shed. And the red fox, it did have mange. I mean, its tail, I started checking it out, all the hair was coming off the tail and stuff. It was a sad case, so probably did that thing a favor. And another thing I've learned is I got more faith in really dry peat moss than I used to, because all my sets, they were just bedded in super dry peat moss. So I'm gonna do probably some videos this summer and getting peat moss ready. Not a lot to it, but I mean, there's a couple things to do, getting it dried out and so forth. But I think you need it really super dry. So I'm gonna get some more peat moss this year. I'll still do a little bit of wax dirt, I'm sure, but the peat moss is way less expensive and a lot less work than wax dirt. And I think if it's prepped right, you can have a lot more peat moss and change it out compared to using wax dirt, where when you got wax dirt, it's almost like you don't want to use too much of it. But peat moss is a lot easier. It's not real cheap, but it's way cheaper and easier than wax dirt to make. So I'm going to do a little more effort than that come next season. I got to get to work on my house, get this thing wrapped up, and get my wife and my dogs moved in here so we can live happily ever after on our homestead. Thanks for watching, everybody. Truly appreciate all your support. I'm still going to be putting videos out regardless of whether I get demonetized or not. So I'll still be putting out some videos, you know. So I hope you all have a blessed day. Stay safe, and thanks again for watching, everybody.